Welcome to the Holy Shhh Podcast, post-dynamite edition for May 15th, 2024. We're getting close to Double or Nothing, so you know things is turning up. We start the show off with Moxley and Bryan Danielson getting the win over Jeff Cobbs and Kyle Fletcher. After the match, we get Takeshita coming down to jump Daniel Bryan and Moxley, but Claudio comes down for the save. I like where this is heading. Continuing a nice rivalry between the Blackpool Combat Club and the Don Callis family. They need to just keep this rolling right into Double or Nothing. Next up, we got Adam Copeland, which what I think was about to be a talking segment, but he didn't even make his way to the ring. The House of Black just came down there, kicked his ass, did all type of weird mystic shit. Kyle O'Reilly, he tried to come down and make the save, but it was just too many. The numbers game was just in favor of House of Black. They knocked out Kyle O'Reilly and then did this sick three-way chair shot with Adam Copeland in the corner. He should be out until Double or Nothing after that. But hell of a segment setting up the match between Adam Copeland and Malachi at Double or Nothing for the TNT title. Next up, they showed Eddie Kingston getting his ass kicked at a New Japan show by the entire Elite. They just fuck him up, leave him in a bloody mess, taking him out of the Anarchy Rules match, basically. And it was this one point in this segment where Okada was talking shit in English and said, bitch. Oh my God, I was cracking up. Whatever they doing with Okada and his mic skills, just keep it going. He on a roll. After that, we get the Bucks getting the win over Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels. But the funny part of the whole segment was afterwards when the Bucks embarrassed Christopher Daniels in front of everybody, fire him saying, it's been a hell of 5 years, but your service is no longer needed. We're going to take care of your family, send you a severance package. You'll get 30 days pay. This shit was fucking hilarious. I'm telling you, I'm loving this whole Elite running the AEW. Perfect. But hell of a segment. I don't know about Christopher Daniels, if he's really fired or not, but I feel sorry for you if you are. Next up, we get a quick squash match between Hook and some guy named Sebastian Wolf. Basically, it was just a setup for Chris Jericho to come out so that he can give his qualification circumstances that Hook has to fight a couple of people this weekend to get a chance at the FTW title. Hook, of course, didn't like it, hit him with a mic. Big Bill jumped in, but then Shibata comes down and makes the save, and Chris Jericho's walking to the back, holding blood in his hand. It was just looking corny, like his head was bleeding. During the segment, they was chanting, go and retire to Jericho the whole time. Now, deep down inside, I don't want him to retire, but it's time to reinvent once again because this not working, period. Next up, we got a segment where Swerve is backstage talking about the Embassy mogul and how the whole group crumbled and he's about to beat down Brian Cage. And then he did this like little segment that kind of was like copying WWE. You know how they got those segments where you have an interview and then you trail down the ring. They kind of tried to copy it, man. It kind of did look like a little corny, but I give you a C for your effort. You're trying to do some new visuals, but hey, come on, man. Just stick to what you know best. Professional wrestling, AEW. But anyway, Swerve goes on next to get the win over Brian Cage, but afterwards, Christian Cage, this man, he is one of the greatest heels of all time, and a lot of people just sleep on him, man. But Christian Cage is an absolute goddamn menace. Him and Mother come down. They're at the ring entrance. Swerve is looking, and of course, Nick Wayne comes behind them, gives them the nut shot. They come down to the ring and break a portrait of Swerve and his two daughters over his head with the glass. He's bleeding. This son of a bitch, Christian Cage, takes the picture, smears the blood on it, shows it to the camera with Swerve's blood on his daughters, says he's taking his family and his title at Double or Nothing. Oh my God. This man need his ass whooped. Point blank, period. Ain't no wrestling match. None of that. We beyond that. But anyway, Christian is a hell of a heel, and I'm much looking forward to this match at Double or Nothing between Swerve and Christian Cage for the World Heavyweight title. Next up, we get a little segment with a continuation of the Jericho match with Hook or whatnot. But Shibata and Hook is backstage. They talking about going against each other, possibly to fight for the FTW title. But then Samoa Joe comes down and kind of like in a Big Papa, fatherly figure, kind of tells Hook, get your shit together, man. You're looking fucking weak. That's what I've been saying these past couple reviews, him hanging out with Jericho. And I like that Joe is taking Hook under his wing. It just seems like they fit together. So if they start tagging together or do a group together, I'm all for it. Give me Joe, give me Hook together, some type of faction, please. Next up, of course, the champ Toni Storm gets the win over Harley. Then Serena Deeb comes out at the end. And she's standing at the apron because, of course, she's getting the next shot at Double or Nothing. But Toni Storm is on fire. I really don't see nobody taking this title off her no time soon. So shout out to Toni Storm, and the run she is on. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, I know you heard the rumors about Triple H and what he said about Will Ospreay working his hours and picking AEW because it's less hours than WWE. To hell with all of that shit. If you've been watching Will Ospreay lately and his mic skills, fuck the ring work, we already know about that. But the mic skills in this segment with him and Roderick Strong was top notch. He is blowing my mind every week. And I'm telling y'all, when he get on a roll and win that title at Wembley Stadium, he is going to propel AEW to a new level. Believe me, Will Ospreay, mark my words, will be Roman Reigns level one day. But best believe this was, I can't even say it was a match of the night. This was a segment of the night. Will Ospreay, Roderick Strong. This was a Mike 101 at its finest. Can't wait for that match at Double or Nothing. Next up, man, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I say this enough every week. I fucking love Willow. It is something about her energy. I've never had a character, a wrestler that just captivated me. Maybe Bayley a little bit, but Willow is just infectious. I just want her to win so bad, and I feel bad for Mercedes because I want her to win too, but she is going up against a red-hot new babyface, and Mercedes is just not looking good, but this segment was. It took the feud to a new level. Willow came out talking about the things she accomplished, which was nice. But then Mercedes had to let her know whatever you accomplished was built on the foundation that I constructed, which is the truth. And Mercedes just let her know, you're not on my level, blah, blah, blah. But the best line in this whole segment, Willow said, last time we fought, I walked out champion. You didn't walk out at all, which caused a smack heard around the world, right upside her face by Mercedes, but Willow just didn't take it. She grabbed Mercedes and put her ass right through the table. The first physical contact we really seen with Mercedes. You could tell she healthy now, but she went clean through the table. And ladies and gentlemen, this should be a hell of a TBS championship match at Double or Nothing. Take my money right now. This is going to be a hell of a match. I'm afraid Willow might lose it. I hope they don't just put it on Mercedes because of the name, because Willow is on fire. But regardless, hell of a match coming to a screen near you. Last up, we got the main event. We got Okada getting the win over Dax. After that, all type of foolery went on. Dash came out, Bryan Danielson came out, the Young Bucks came out, Jack Perry came out, everybody fighting. The Bucks and the Elite get the advantage until the fourth member is revealed that Darby Allin is that man. He is healthy and back in business, and he will be in Anarchy Rules at Double or Nothing with Bryan Danielson and FTR against Okada, Jack Perry, and the Bucks. It should be a wild match. I'm not looking for no professional wrestling, crazy shit. It's just gonna be pure entertainment. That's what the Anarchy Rule matches are. If you've seen them in the past, just take them for what they are. But this was a hell of a setup show. I was down on last week's Dynamite. I don't even think I covered it, but this week, A1 show. Really enjoyed it. Setting up Double or Nothing. Put some feuds on fire, and I'm liking the direction we're headed. But until next time, it's your boy ABE, and you tune in to the Holy Shhh Podcast. See y'all next Wednesday. Bye! Media.